Yeah, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our video for today. Today nataka kuambia watu wa Mazda. If you own a Mazda, let's say either a Demio or Mazda CX-5 or Axela or a Tenza that has these cruise control features, there is one thing that you are completely missing out. And I want to show you how you are missing out and how you can best improve the performance of your car, and also you gain on fuel consumption. So right now niko pale Juja and I'm driving all the way from there Juja to Thika town, and this is a distance of around 20 kilometers until where I'm going to stop. So I have reset my kilometers here, so the trip, so you can see I'm at 0.3 kilometers, and I want to gauge how many kilometers per liter I am going to consume with my Mazda CX-5 2-liter petrol, depending on how I am going to drive it. And how does the cruise control feature work, and why is it so important that you capitalize on this feature? Because you have it for free. Sometimes when we are buying cars from Japan, we ask for so many things. Mtu anakwambia nataka ikuwe na power seat, cruise control, everything. But if you don't make use of these features in your car, then it doesn't make any sense for you to pay for it. So today nataka niwaonyeshe how to set it up and why it helps you in fuel consumption. So the first thing that you need to know, hauwezi set cruise controls kama hujafunga safety belt. Ukijaribu kuactivate button ya cruise controls without having buckled your belt, it will not work. So that is the first thing. So the first step is make sure that your belt is tied sawa sawa. And then you need to know what is cruise controls. Cruise controls normally zinakusaidianga is actually a safety feature. A lot of people think of it of something that will help you in automating the driving experience. To some extent it helps in automating because you will not be using the acceleration pedal. Like I will show you in a few moments. You will not need to press on the fuel, so you can relax your feet and you just hold the steering and the car will go. So in a way it helps you with what we call assisted driving. So you will do less work. But the most important thing of cruise control ni kwamba it is a safety feature when it comes to driving. When your cruise controls are on, you can be guaranteed that you can never ever hit an object in the front. Here the first thing. So if you are feeling like you are a bit sleepy, if you are dizzy, if you are maybe distracted by your phone, or some people are giving you a lot of stories when you are driving, please always make sure that your cruise control is activated, because it will protect you from hitting the car in front. There is no way you can ever hit anything in front, be it an obstacle, be it an object, be it a car, a person. You can never hit it when the cruise control is activated. And for that reason, I think it is good enough to know how it works and to have it always activated. Sawa. So now let us see how it works. Okay, so let me change the lane here so that I can be in the middle lane. So how does it work? So hizi button ziko hapa zote, hizi ndizo button za cruise control. So hii ndio inaitangwa on mode. So if you press this, you activate the cruise control, and then when you press this, you cancel the cruise control. So right now, let me show you something. So when I press the on mode, okay, when I press this button of cruise control to be on, let me put it off. Yeah, so let me press it to be on. When I press it to be on, this icon here will feature. Sawa. The icon I'm pressing here, I hope you are able to see. This is the cruise control activation icon there. Inakuonyesha iko on. And then pale mbele kwa heads up display. I'm not sure if my cameraman can be able to capture that. Pale mbele kwa heads up display, pia the cruise control inaonyeshana pale. So after you have pressed that button and it is on, what next do you do? Una press here set. Unaona imeandikwa hapa set. So this one, it helps you to set the speed up or set the speed down. So by nature, activate the cruise control function inaanzanga at 30 kilometers per hour. So that is the automatic speed that the cruise control ina set. But now when you start going up, okay, so you can see here, maybe cameraman, you can focus here so that they can see what is happening. So as I press here, also you show them here, when I press plus, it goes up here. So now we are at 80 kilometers per hour. So I press minus, it goes back to 75. So anytime I press plus or minus, it increases or decreases by 5 kilometers per hour. So me, I always like setting 80 kilometers per hour, and that is now our cruise speed. Maybe I'll try and show you from the heads-up display. So I hope you can see the heads-up display is reading 80 kilometers per hour, but now because there is a car in front, the car is now braking itself, and you can see now it is changing its speed as when there is an obstacle in front. But assuming there was no car in front, the car will maintain a maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So let me continue giving you more analysis on how you you continue working with this. So maybe my cameraman, you can focus on my feet. Just show them if my feet are on the accelerator. Show them where the accelerator pedal is and where my feet are. Sawa. So you can see I'm driving completely without pressing the accelerator, and then I'm not even braking for the car in front of me. So right now hata nikienda nikipiga story na marafiki, bora tu gari iko mbele ikisonga, sisi tuna hit 80 kilometers per hour. Sawa. Let me show you, for example, if I change the lane here, then we overtake this car. So I'm just looking at a safe opportunity to overtake this car from the right, definitely. And then we see whether we will accelerate to 80 kilometers per hour. So let me do that. There are some cars coming. So there are some cars coming. I want to just overtake this car, and then you will see, you will even listen to the acceleration. So I hope this lane will be moving a bit faster. You can hear the engine revs. Yeah, so it has revved all the way to 4,000 revs per minute, and then it has stabilized to below 2. So the beauty with cruise control is right now we are actually at 75 kilometers per hour because there are still some cars in front. The beauty of cruise control is it helps you to drive your car without a lot of shocks. What do I mean by a lot of shocks? You know, cruise controls is the manufacturer's recommendation of how this car should be driven, and it drives itself according to how it was configured at the factory. You know, when I give you this car, there are people who accelerate slowly, there are people who accelerate randomly, they hit the maximum revs, and then they come back to stabilize the revolution when you hit your maximum speed. But now the beauty of activating cruise controls, it is that this car is being driven at how the manufacturer had thought about it. So cruise control is the thought, it is the mind, it is the brain of Mazda and the engineers who are behind this car. How you drive it, it is your mind, it is your experience, it is your attitude, it is your mood at that point, which sometimes it can vary so much. And that's why people always say gari ya mkono mmoja tends to last a very long time. Sawa. If this car, I give it to 10 people to drive in the next 3 years, something will fail, okay? But if I drive this car myself for the next 3-5 years, probably it will still perform as good as new. Why is that so? Because when you get used to your car to driving behavior that is consistent, that is constant, it will not exhibit symptoms of shock. If I am a slow driver and I give this car to a very fast driver, for sure that car will experience some shock in how it is used to being driven. So why I am telling you all this is to tell you that cruise controls will help you in maintaining a consistent way of driving your car, in a way your car that will not exhibit or experience shocks when driving it. Sawa. And then right now we are already doing 20 kilometers with a liter. Okay, it's here. We are doing 20 kilometers with a liter. Sawa. And we are headed to Thika. So I will maintain this until until we get there. But the beauty of this, guys, I hope you are learning something, because for me, anytime I drive, maybe I will try to drive the same distance without using cruise controls and also maintain a speed of below 80. You will see that the consumption will not be as good. Anytime you maintain your consumption, you maintain cruise controls, even at the same speed, I am telling you, always the consumption with cruise controls is better. So, and anyone out there, I saw people commenting on my video about the diesel. They said diesel is actually even much better. Imagine this is a 2-liter petrol. It is giving me right now 21.6 kilometers with a liter. And some people told me when you do this with a diesel, it can give you up to 25. And in the town driving scenario, it will compare the 20 kilometers with a liter on a balanced driving average. So, guys, learn to use this thing. Me, I'm not even tired. My legs are completely off the accelerator. That's why I'm able even to do this video, because the only thing I need to do is to just hold the steering. And at the same time, this car has the lane departure assist, so it will not depart from the lane. So anytime it wants to depart from the lane because I have lost focus on something, then it will vibrate. The steering will vibrate, and I will know something is happening, and immediately I will become aroused and I will become attentive, and I go back to my attentive driving. So if you are not interested in saving fuel, at least I know you are interested in the safety that comes with cruise control. So saizi ndio tunaenda kuingia Thika. So let me focus on maintaining the far left lane. So today nimeongea tu about the benefits of cruise controls, but of course there are some cons that come with it. Maybe we can have to discuss it another time. So right now let me focus on exiting. So people going straight on, sasa hao wanaenda kwa mlima, hao ni watu wa Mount Kenya. So sisi tunaingia Thika, so tunachukua hii exit. So sijui inakuanga ni kama roundabout or something, or an island that is here up. So you just come with me until we hit destination. I will tell you the total distance we have driven, and we will check the fuel consumption. So yeah, so let's focus on the front a bit. You guys, I don't know if you know Thika well, but this will be a very, very important destination for anyone who has been following us. Something is cooking from this location, and very, very soon you will be knowing why I am showing you trips to and from Thika. So right now we have done 12 kilometers and we are averaging 21.3 kilometers with a liter. So I still have my cruise controls on, but now we are doing 30 kilometers per hour. So I still don't have my legs on the pedal. So the only thing you need to be a bit careful when doing cruise controls is when you are approaching junctions, because this eyesight or the cameras of that guides the cruise control, it works better from obstacles in front. So if there will be some cars approaching from the sideways, maybe there is a T-junction and cars are coming from the sides, sometimes you might bump into each other. So you must approach junctions and roundabouts with a lot of caution, because the eyesight is more focused on the front. Sasawa. The other important thing is that this eyesight is not sensitive to bumps. I tried testing it on bumps that are marked. Okay, so it will try, I don't know, but I can't confirm exactly whether it can slow down when there is a marked bump, but I have felt it does not slow down when there is a marked bump. And worse still, majority of the bumps in Kenya are not marked. They don't have the white, black and white colored. So it will take you through the bump at the highway speed that you have set. So if you are still cruising at 80 kilometers per hour, it will hit the bump at that same speed. So when approaching bumps, make sure that you slow down. Something else ni overtaking. Sometimes ukikuwa at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour, you might not be able to overtake. Okay? Because hata gari iko na 50 kilometers per hour na uko 80 kilometers per hour, your overtaking speed will be a bit too slow. It will take you a lot of time to overtake it. And for you to overtake a car comfortably, you must be at double the speed so that you overtake as quickly as possible, and then you return to the side that you return to keeping left, and then avoid maybe oncoming cars if you are not on a dual carriage. So what you do is that even if your cruise controls are on, you can still press the accelerator and move at a speed above what you have set. But as soon as you have achieved, as soon as you have overtaken, then you will be able to go back to the speed that you have set. The only thing that cancels the cruise control is you pressing on the brake pedal. The moment you press the brake pedal a little bit, then you cancel the cruise control, and then you have to press the set button again to restart it. I think also the other thing you need to be careful about is when taking corners. You see, like where kwenye tumepita hapo Makarao, ukipiga kona ukiwa on cruise control, you might roll, because hata kama umeindicate haita slow down because you are taking corner. Utapigishwa corner na speed ya 80 ama 100. Now you know what will happen if you do that. So you must be very careful. Cruise control, they work better on highways, they work better on dual carriage, because you are just driving forward without the need to overtake and maintaining a high speed. So mimi nimefika Thika Marina kuja waonyeshe our final statistic. Our final statistic ni 13.8 kilometers. That's what we have done at an average speed, at an average fuel consumption of 21 kilometers with a liter. So guys, thank you very much, and this will be a very important place that will be launching to you very, very soon. Cheers and bye bye for now. Bye.